Thank you guys for clicking on the video. I am Sully, and I was reading through your blogs, your comments, your tweets in the comments section. That's why I'm going to refer. I'm just going to refer to the blogosphere because you guys are all giving your input, and I want to respect that. So I'm going to call it the blogosphere. And I was reading it, and before I get into it, let me just address the settings. I need to turn off injuries. But I was reading what you guys were saying about rebuilding, whether to rebuild or go for it. And some of you, it was mixed. Some of you were like, trade everything, try and make the playoffs right now. And I agree with that, but I want to make a trade that I want to use the draft. I want to build through the draft. I think trading for top line guys is just going to cost too much for us. And we have a few standouts, but we don't have any huge chips to really get a lot back for. If we had an Ovechkin, we could trade, or Crosby, we could trade that and get a lot of pieces back, but we don't have anyone who's really going to stand out that can require a lot back. I mean, if you look with Buffalo, just look at their highest trade value right now is Gergenson's, and he's not even halfway of the meter. So we do need a sniper, though. I do agree. We do need someone who's going to help the future, and I think I found someone in Taylor Hall. We're going to go after Taylor Hall, and we're going to go after their first-round pick. And it could be, you know what? We're just going to stick with the first round. And we're going to try and load up. We're going to go all in the draft. I'm going to give them the St. Louis first-round pick because the game doesn't know that. I guess they don't think St. Louis is going to tank this year. Or not tank, but go the Stanley Cup potentially. So, and next year with Ryan Miller. So they have their draft pick. They're all equal right now. But I really do think that St. Louis, that's going to be a low pick. We can give that to them. We're going to give up a third and a fifth. And we need to match the trading block. And so we're going to go with Ryan Smith. And then we're going to give up Makarov, excuse me, the goalie. Because we can find, he should reach up to an 85. That's what I've seen. And we can find, Neuver's is going to do that. I mean, we could find someone to do that. And Carrier. Just because Carrier, the one issue I have with him is his physical. And the defense is okay, but the physical. And you know what? Wingers in this game, you can find wingers to fill the void for what you need. Defense is what we really need, but we really need a first liner, and we can address the blue line in the offseason with the draft. So Taylor Hall, Ryan Smith, and first of St. Louis, third, fifth, Makarov, Carrier. That's the deal we're looking for. It gives them a lot of space, though. We're taking on Taylor Hall $6 million, but again, $6 million for 8 years or 7. It's 7 or 6. It's something in that ballpark. 7, and that's a great deal for $6 million till he's like 28. You're getting a solid steal for Taylor Hall. So that's the offer on the table. Let me call my GM up. Ring, ring, ring. Make the deal. Let's execute it. Oh, I need to sweeten it just a touch. So we're going to take off our third round. And you know what? Let's give them Minnesota second. Because Minnesota is going to be a decent team. And I think that value won't be that high. So, bam! Yes. So they believe it's going to contribute to their success here in Edmonton. We believe it will contribute to our success in Buffalo. So a good deal all around for both teams. And again, it gives us that sniper, and I think we got the better end of that deal just because that first round pick of next year in St. Louis, that's going to be a low end pick, and I think if we front load the picks this year, I think we're going to come out on top because we don't want the rebuild to take too long where we get behind. And so I'm going to put Hodgson, I'm going to move him to the first line, and Ennis, he'll go second, just because Ennis right now is a good player, but with the green, I look at the green star, and I want that to prosper, and the puck skills and the senses. That's what makes, to me, Hodgson a better player than Ennis right now. But, oh, I didn't see that discipline. You know what? I'll switch it back. I'll switch it back. And Hall, Conacher, Lino. I think Conacher. This is the time for these players in Conacher, Hodgson, and Ennis. Those are the time. This is the time for these guys to grow, really, because what we have coming up. If you look back in the system, we have Gurgensen and Grigorenko coming up, and so this is going to be the time for the young guys to really develop, because we have even younger guys coming up through the system and with the draft. So we're going to be a young team. I heard some people say next year's draft is the draft to go all in, and they say not this upcoming draft, but next year's draft is like really crazy in value. But you know what? I don't want the rebuild to take too long, because if we put it off a year to 15, you know, then you're looking at another 2 years to really get those guys going, and then it's a long rebuild. And again, we can draft what's best and move it if we think it's not going to fit in our system. And the lines, all I care about really is the young guys growing, and they're in the best situation. I'm not going to move Conacher over Lino. I just don't see that. And I don't, in this game, I know they're very particular. If you like play the guys outside of their roles, they don't grow as well for some reason. So next year, I think he'll pan out to be a great second line left winger, and that's what I expect. Foligno, he should grow to be a great third line guy. I think he could even be better, but I'm not going to put too much. But look at his physical. That is a great category. I love the physical, the strength, the the aggressiveness, the body checking. But senses, we may move him because I'm a huge guy of the senses. I like the 5 senses, and he needs to improve. So, and then we're going to go to our AHL affiliate, and Ristolainen is doing well. He's playing great. We're going to have this young Canadian playing well. And then this other Canadian. And I looked up this guy's name, but I'm going to hold my tongue because I'll sound like a donkey. So, and then these two bomb guys. But really, it's this top 4 that we want to bring up, hopefully, and have them do well. And we want them to grow in the AHL. So I'm going to trust the computer this year. I don't want to get my hands too deep in the cookie jar, because I've done GMs where I've done that, where I've like moved guys who are like Green Star on the to the first line in the AHL, and like they don't develop, but guys who play their roles spring up like crops. I don't get it, so I'm not gonna fiddle with it. Amateur scouting, we need to improve, because this draft is pretty much, I don't want to say it's gonna make or break us, but I will say that it is going to impact the rest of this GM series with Buffalo. That's what I think. So scouting, we need to fix that. Let's see how far we are in the video. 8 minutes. So we need to get some simulating done. Just seeing where would be best. I want defenseman. I know it's not going to be a great draft, but I want to see just where the standouts are. Actually, I should just go to scouting report real quick and see who's projected. Oh, Reinhardt, I have seen this fella grow. I have seen him reach, in my other GM with the Caps, he reached a 90 overall guy, and he's a center. All right, we'll go after this fella. Where is he playing at? He is like the domino to get, at least in what I saw. I may be wrong, but he's in the WHL. So I may be wrong, guys, but in my GM, he was like a 90 overall, and he was killing it. I mean, his trade value was through the roof, so, and he should be there. Let's just make sure, because the draft this year is going to be huge for us. And so let's see where he is. There he is. Okay. So that's good. We'll go with that. And if we draft him, we can move one of those big center chips and bring in a defenseman who would really help us. Or we could, if we don't get that goalie in the draft that we're looking for, then Citizens of Buffalo, we can trade using that center chip to get him. So let's hope. Here are the 3 things to hope for. We do well, but we also do bad in the aspect that the people that we want to grow continue to grow, like Hall Ennis, Hodgson, Conacher, those type of players. But also, we also want New York Islanders, what was the other team? Edmonton, to really do poorly, because the more they suck, the better we benefit from. So those are the teams to hope for. First game of the season, Buffalo Citizens at Detroit. Let's see how it fares, and we're going to take it all the way up to the 1st of November. November, remember the 5th of November. Taylor Hall, wow, had a goal. Myers, 2 points that Detroit game. So let's just sit back and enjoy the simulation. Pittsburgh, we lost, so we're 1-1-1. Not bad. And we'll check the stats at the end of every month. But again, I love what we did. We got our first line, and we're 3-1-1. What the deuce? Excuse me, this is not the key to success for a first overall pick. We want to get that Reinhart guy. He's my candy to my eye. I'm really set on him. But, oh my gosh, 7 goals? Oh my, whoa. I did not think. All right, it's early on in the season. This is crazy. It's early on in the year. We have a lot of hockey to play. I mean, I don't want to root for, I don't know. I don't want to root for failure, but I don't want to root for success. I mean, oh my gosh, guys, this is crazy. I didn't think Buffalo would sneak up and, I didn't think they'd sneak up and do this, man. Let's keep it on the forwards in the WHL. I want to get a lot of scouting done, this Reinhardt guy, and then we'll switch off him. But let's see where we're at now that we have to pick a scouting assignment. Let's just see. Holy smokes. Buffalo right now is leading the NHL. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm not going to check stats. We'll go through November. I don't want to jinx anything. We're just going to keep on keeping on. Holy smokes. Stewart and Hall. Who would have thought? Never in my wildest dreams did I think this would happen. We're 8-2-1. Someone should take a picture of this. Buffalo fans, you gotta love this so far. I hope the citizens of Buffalo are rejoicing in the streets. Come back with a 4-0 win after a loss. Oh my gosh. Taylor Hall tearing it up. Another win. Taylor Hall gets another goal. Hodgson, 14 assists so far. Neuver's playing well. He's growing. Oh my gosh. Can we... Maybe I should... It's on hardcore simulation. I mean, this is great. Taylor Hall at 21, he's going to be growing. And at $6 million, that's the key. $6 million for that long, that is a steal, because guys who are in that area, they go for like $7 million, but $6 million for 7 years. I mean, and I don't know if Taylor Hall's contract is front loaded, because I think he was signed when that was before like they redid the contract. So I don't know if it tails off as the years progress, or if it's $6 million every year. But either way, Buffalo. I had no idea that trade would pay off like this. Maybe the guys were like, Taylor Hall's in here? We got to step it up, guys. But definitely that sniper is paying off. And we're going through the middle of November, back-to-back against Toronto. And we lose 3-2, but can't be mad at that. Come back off the back-to-back, and we win. So we split with Toronto. Next up, St. Louis, the team where we have their pick. And they're having a little bit of a rocky year for next year. But we pick up the win against Ryan Miller. Man, Philadelphia up next, and another win. My gosh. Where's Al Michaels? Do you believe in miracles? On a little bit of a win streak, a 3-game winning streak, I do believe. Against Detroit, 14-10. 5-1. Wow. Never, oh my, 19-4-2. It's on Superstar. You guys saw the settings. 6-3. I truly am in shock right now. 4-1. I mean, New Jersey, 14-10-2 on the year, away on the road. Buffalo loses 2-3. So let's see where we are. Holy crap. Can we get another We can probably do one more month of simulating. So we're just going to check right now the West, and Edmonton's 4th, 26 points, and St. Louis is 28. So our picks are looking middle of the road. And us, on the other hand, 44 points. We are leading the NHL right now. Who would have thought that Buffalo... Man, someone needs to show this to the owner. Hire me as the GM. I should just drop what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. Taylor Hall is tearing... I have to think he's tearing it up. And Stewart's actually leading him in goals right now. No, okay. Taylor Hall is. But they're tied for points. Ennis, Lino's even putting it in work. But Stafford, he's our... Is he our third line? No, he's second line. Second line, Ennis, tearing it up. 13, 17 to 30 points. That's great. I'll take that. Hodgson, 25 assists. For the future, man, puck skills doing great. He's blossom. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. He's blossoming. I can't even talk now. I'm so excited about this year. Like, I didn't think it would be this great, but he's blossomed into a great potential superstar, hopefully in the off season. So let's go the rest of December and just to see what will happen. If we can keep true. Oh, and that Q. We got to change our scouting. Man, I'm just, oh my gosh. WHL. Let's go back to it real quick. Where's the WHL? Here it is. Yeah, there it is. All right. Another 6 weeks, and then we'll be done with the WHL. And then we'll go to the rest. We'll stop at the new year, and we'll see where we are. Is this January? Oh, yeah, it is. It is. So we have a few days off right now. Let me know in the blogosphere how you think the year's going. I mean, I can't imagine it. I couldn't even predict the year going any better. I'm truly shocked. But we take a loss against New York. On the road now against the Montreal Canadiens. Waiting. And we lost. So, all right. I don't know if it's... Oh, man. I don't know if we're coming down. Maybe I jinxed it by looking at the stats. All right. We picked up the win against Ottawa. That was huge. Stewart now leading the team in goals. And we lose 1-0. So... All right, we're sort of getting a little rocky, but you can't fault them for the great start. Calgary, waiting. Oh, we lose again. So we had a great start to the year, but I feel like we're starting to come down a little bit. Yeah, Taylor Hall hasn't scored, neither has Stewart in a while, and so maybe that first line was really hot. But it just hasn't clicked yet. But we played well against Boston. But Boston's having a rocky year. Lucic with 12 goals. He's their leader. And we win again. So we've been playing really well against Boston. Coming off that win. Playing against Phoenix. And we win 4-0. But Stewart now 16 goals. He scored. Maybe Taylor Hall. He scored a goal. But just not taking Stewart's spot as a team leader. In scoring, Lupul 16 goals. And Stewart still coming out on top. So maybe Stewart and Hall are they're gelling together. But we lose 5-1. We get shellacked against the Capitals. And then we lose on a 2-game winning streak. So let's win these 2 games to end the video. 3-game losing streak, man. All right, we may need to edit some things. New Jersey, final game, and then we're going to end the video. And we lose. So it's interesting. We lose 4, but we win 4 and we lose 4. So let's check the standings, and we're going to end the video. Let's see where we are. Team standings. Look at Edmonton. They're actually doing very well. 3rd right now in the Pacific. St. Louis is hanging in there. So if we thought we were going to get great draft picks, we may need to change our strategy and trade those draft picks. And right now, 56 points. We are tied with Washington for top team in the East right now. And we're actually better than LA. The only team that's in front of us is 11 points ahead with Chicago. So this has been a year of surprise, and I'll leave it to you guys in the blogosphere. What should we do? I mean, even if we do well this year, do you think our model of our team right now can have a sustainable future? Do you think that we can manage this? Because it's a little bit of a concern. I didn't think the team would do this well, honestly, this year so far, but we're not going to win a cup with this team. I mean, it's just, I don't see that. Even our goaltending situation doesn't lend itself to a super great year. I mean, we'll make the playoffs probably at this pace, but with the trade deadline coming up, let's just see what we should do. Do you think we could trade Neuwirth and maybe one of these first round picks for a great goalie for the future? Because now that Islanders pick is looking very hot, but our Buffalo pick has gone down. And so let's just see where the Islanders are, and then I'll leave it to you guys in the blogosphere to let me know what we should do. And we'll check the Isles right now. So they are last. They are the worst team. And so that's a great spot to get that Reinhardt center, or we could trade that one of those other picks, Neuwirth, for a solid goaltender. Real quickly, let me just show you the trade value for Neuwirth and our picks real quick. First round, all right, Edmonton and our pick, and there's the Islanders. And then goalies, Neuwirth, there's his trade value. So let me know in the blogosphere. It's been a crazy year so far in Buffalo. Who would have thought? So I'll let you guys sit on this, marinate on it, and let me know in the blogosphere down below. Have a great day, and I'll see you